Hi everybody, it's Gypsy from Gypsy Witch Creations and Psychic Services. First of all, I'd like to remind you that spirit readings are now open on gypsywitchcreations.com. I do keep my prices very reasonable because I want anybody who needs help, particularly with grief, to be able to afford it. Nobody should be denied. So that's why I do that. Let me clear the air, the energy all around. That one's for you, Dad. Yeah, he's grinning. Yeah, my dad never really laughed. He just grinned. Still does that, I guess. I'm not looking at him right now. I don't see him. A few announcements. You can find me if any video should get deleted or censored. I'm shocked it hasn't happened yet. It could with this one. You can find me on Odyssey, ODYSEE.com. The link is below. Let's see. I'm also on MeWe. That link is below. You can find me on Twitter, but you know, it's Twitter. Let's see. Patreon. I'm on Patreon. Now, I need to have more patrons before the real fun starts. Now, what I have on there now is like messages from the spirit realm, from spirit, more, I don't want to say channel based, spirit communication, me passing information onto you guys from spirits. And it is spiritual topics. Right now, what's going on is my Halloween specials are on there. So we talk about a lot of woo-woo Halloween stuff. But I need more patrons to get started with the really fun stuff, like the live question and answer night, which is only available to my patrons. I need more for my contests. Contests for free readings, personal reading, one-on-one, private. Contests, drawings for free merchandise from Gypsy Witch Creations. Things like that. We're going to have a lot of fun, but I need to have more patrons before I start the fun stuff. The videos are already going up. So please, the link is below for my Patreon page. Check me out there. The price is very reasonable, very low. And become a patron so we can have all this fun. It's going to be very personable. You know, very direct communication, very personable, not like YouTube. And a lot of fun. The question and answer night, the answers are coming not from me, but from the spirit realm, from spirits, okay? Not that we're going to do readings, but general questions about spirituality, spiritual growth, ascension, possibly what is even going on right now on this planet, although we do talk about it on YouTube because I feel it's too important to not have it available to everybody. But it's going to be more personable and it's going to be fun. So please check me out on Patreon. I think, and if you're in the Southwest Arizona area, which yes, Dad, that does mean Southern California too, you can purchase items from Gypsy Witch Creations, which are one-of-a-kind, original, not the print-on-demand products where they print my artwork on products. This is one-of-a-kind that I have in stock. And you can also receive readings in person if you are in the area. Just go to my website, and you can contact me there. My email address is there, or send me an email at gypsywitchcreations@yahoo.com. And you can schedule an appointment that way if you wish, or go on the website, and when you go to the section for readings, spirit readings, a calendar pops up. And you can schedule an appointment that way also. If you're not in the area, we do the reading on Zoom. So, that being said, today's topic I'm so excited about. Yes, a new contest in the human race. Who's better than who? I'm so excited. I am going to try to get the highest score possible. I am going to be such a good little girl. I'm going to have the highest score in the entire planet. So I'm better than all of you. Yes. I'm so excited about this coming. Well, you all know China already has it. Right. Now, let's face it. Credit score that's been around forever, based on your finances, is basically the same thing. If somebody has a good credit score, everybody thinks they're better, of higher quality than anybody else. The lower your credit score, the less quality you have. Right. So, you wanted to interject something? John, was that you? Yes. I wanted to say, we have talked about, credit scores before. However, my mother, when she first heard about, the social credit score, she laughed hysterically. I did. I could not stop cracking up. I said, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Right. I don't typically incarnate on this planet, you could tell. Because when I hear shit like that, I start cracking up. Isn't that stupid? Yes. I was going to ask that question. I'm assuming it's a yes. Right. We should talk about our spirit family, our spirit. We're going to say Sol, the group of us who have a tendency to incarnate together. Right. None of us really do incarnate. Forget that question. It just inadvertently popped in, honey. Don't. Right. We do. We typically coordinate on other planets. Yeah, that's why my son killed himself. He goes, this ain't like home. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm like, wait for me. No. Joking. I know suicide is not something we joke about on this planet. Because nobody's allowed to die and you're not allowed to not like it here. Oops. Where'd I come from? Another planet. I don't like it here. In nature, I love being in nature. It's a beautiful planet as long as we don't mess with it too much. But you gotta get out in nature to really appreciate the planet. Anyways, the social credits. I can't even say it without laughing, guys. Were you done, honey? Not really. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah. Let me get serious for a second. Okay, Mom. What I'm trying to say is my mother thinks these kind of topics, are funny, but they're not. Right. To base someone's value, this is my son, John. I'm talking, okay? Right, Mom. With 3 of my children up here, it can get confusing. I'm just saying, 4 pregnancies, 4 count 'em people, and I have 1 child left in this realm with me. He's great. No. He's silly, that's all. Right. I'm sorry. So anyways, Mother, to place a value on people based on our judgment values in this realm, which, yes, is not a very advanced, I want to say, society. Of all the different, especially physical realms that are available to incarnate on, planet Earth is one of the least advanced. So these things about like social credit scores, even a credit score, is considered stupid. I want to say upstairs. I would think so. And a lot of you call it heaven or whatever. It doesn't matter. Right. We think it's silly. I tried to up my credit score. I'm not going to go there. Right. My brother's trying to up my mother's, and I could really care less. You going to value your mother on a credit score? Let's not go there. Right. Let's talk about now, John, before you left. Right. Anyways, it is stupid. When you get upstairs, you're going to see this stuff never mattered. Even here on this planet. I think about that word, those 2 words. They're connected. Anyways, so our Creator, once we're created, looks at all of us as equal value, right? No matter what planet you chose to be incarnated on, created on, no matter what color your skin is, what you look like, even what species you are, we're all of equal value. So when we come up with things like, even a credit score, right? The Creator no, not into it, but hey, if that's what you guys want, run away with it. Right. So anyways, I think that's why you laugh at these things and think they're silly. I've always had trouble, John, thinking of these things as important, as serious. I have. You're going to grade me on that too? I get out of school now, I'm graded on my finances. It's my worth, my value. Right. Yeah, and I know I could have done better. Damn, my dad saying she did great in school. But I could have done better. That's all I ever heard. I should have had straight A's. I could have if I wanted to, I guess. But I didn't. Right, I was busy daydreaming and popping into other realms where the teacher was talking. I could do that. I'm bored here. And there's a teacher, Michelle. I asked you a question. Oops, let me get back in my body. No, I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah, that's how stupid I think this planet is. Not the planet. It's the ideas we come up with as a society, as humanity. It's like, yeah, yes. Now let's get back. A social credit score. Right. This is Michelle. I thought it had to do with, well, I guess it does in a way, your social media activity. Well, exactly, it does. Yeah, I thought about that, honey, right after I said it. Well, doesn't everything these days? Right, Mother. Your social media comments. Oh, I'm losing already. What you post. Oh, God. Anyway, does that include on the non-mainstream platforms, John? I'm not sure about that one because when I left a mere 7.5 years ago, I wasn't aware these things were yet to happen. Whoops! Very too close to the camera again. Right. Anyways, as you can see, my mother is not affected by things like credit score. I get to the end of the month, money runs out. Well, I'm used to it. I survive. So? And your point is no money. Okay. There's some coming in the near future, right? No big whoop. Right. But the social credit score cracks you up even more. Right. That one's even funnier. I think credit scores were instituted before I was born, Dad. He believes, as long as he can remember, okay, and then before I was born. I was used to it. I always thought it was silly, but I was used to it. Then I hear social credit score. Right. I think if I was here when credit score came out, I probably would have thought that was funny. Anyways, Mom. Could have been around the time I was born, 1964. Ooh, dating myself. Her birthday's coming up soon. What do we have? 10, 9, 8 days. Is that the 3rd? Yeah. Anyways, Mother's going to be 57. Go ahead, fucking years old. 3 years away from 60. It's hard to believe. Closer to going home, though. I'm going to take a vacation, kick my feet up, rest. I'm not that I'm not grateful for my life. I love the lifestyle I have now, the life I created now, being a nomad, living out in nature. To me, that's great. I love that. Is that going to down my social credit score? What? I couldn't hear you. He said I could. I was laughing to her. Because of your behavior in these videos, they're going to go down. Okay. But because you have opted out of society, in a sense, and I'm working even harder to get out, I'm just going to keep working at it until I'm totally out. Pretend I don't exist, everybody. Right. That could lower your score. Right. You don't live in town, in a city. You don't even rent an apartment. That was the goal. Right. So anyways, that'll bring down your score. Yeah, but right, we don't need to get into that, right? So that could do it. The issue of the day, right? You're refusing that. That's gonna bring it way down. That's right, Mom. I better run out and get. Yes, I'm just so sad. I do it, Nikki. That's my sister. She always. Yeah. My dad's cracking up. Hi everyone, this is Gypsy from Gypsy Witch Creations and Psychic Services. First of all, I'd like to remind you that spirit readings are now open at gypsywitchcreations.com. Also, if you happen to be in the Southwest Arizona area, Southern California, I'm available for readings in person. And these are photos of my items I have in stock personally that you can buy from me in person instead of waiting for it in the mail. You can receive it right then and there. My wood paintings, the stock has diminished quite a bit. I have very little left, but the good news is I have more wood on the way and there's more paintings coming. You can see all of this available at gypsywitchcreations.com. And oh, yes, don't forget about my new hair accessories line. I have other ideas coming soon that are going to be very unique and very beautiful. Right. Anyways, right. Now let's talk about that more in depth, Mom. A credit score, a social credit score we're talking about, right. Upstairs, it doesn't exist. Lots of things don't, which is one of the reasons I can't wait to get out of here and go back home. Right. That would be considered silliness upstairs. Now, down here, everybody takes it very seriously, especially China, apparently. Right, Mom. Say, go ahead with that. When I was younger, a young adult, well, it must have started when I was a kid because we used to go back to school after Labor Day in September. Then they moved that up. And as, you know, the next generation came in, my kids are going to school earlier, longer and longer. I guess now some do go all year round. I was told when I was young, it was because the Chinese do it and the United States must keep up with the Chinese. Education? What education? Oh, wait, that's going to be another video. Calm me down on that one. Right. Anyways, why would we want to be like a country like that? My mother is saying. Right. Now, my thought about those kind of topics, and I'm not picking on China alone. My country is also. Why would we put importance on something like that? There are many other things that are much more important. Right, and they're not even teaching the important things like, you know, survival skills like reading, writing, arithmetic. It's stupid shit. Oop, I'm getting into that video again. That's going to lower my social credit score when I do that one. Right, and that's right. You have to sit here and think every little thing you say these days, how it's going to affect your visibility, well, on this platform. That's why I have other platforms, honey. Right. Let's say that. This is Michelle. A couple of years ago, this is way before COVID, people. I got kicked off of Facebook for life. It was evening. I was talking to somebody else, and I said, well, freedom of speech is a thing in the past. The very next morning, I'm kicked off Facebook because of that statement, because apparently I'm a threat to the community. Now, I wear that with a badge of honor, because if I'm getting kicked off of social media or any platform that censors speech, and you can only have a one-sided opinion, then I'm damn proud of myself, because I'm doing the right thing. So anybody who gets censored on any of these platforms, you're getting censored, good job, because you're doing the right thing. Two sides to every story, always. Both sides should be heard. Right. And that's what the social credit score is about. Are you obeying their versions of the law, right? The upper echelon governments. Right, Mom. Are you behaving the way they want you to? Are you, well, shutting your mouth, right? Thinking the narrative, Mom is saying, and it's the term these days, narrative, and that is what it is, a narrative. We're fed this information, if you can call it that, and we're to accept it, no questions asked. Now, my motto, as Michelle, this is Michelle talking now, John, my motto is question everything. Blind faith is so dangerous, and that even includes your religions. I'm not saying you have to leave your belief system. If it's working for you, stick with it, and it doesn't matter which one it is. It does not matter. Oops, sorry about that. But don't accept anything blindly. Always ask questions and learn more. Right, Mother, that's a good way to look at it. And it's not just faith-based either. We're talking everything across the board. Right. I was just thinking to myself, this is John. I could hear his thoughts, right? That's how we, humanity, got into this mess. Is because we learned, to not ask questions. And so now we're in this mess of today, where we're expected to do things without question. Right, and when it does come to your body, ask questions. We're not saying which side we're on, but always ask questions. Get as much information from, yes, Mom, both sides as you possibly can before you make a decision. Blind faith is dangerous, very dangerous, right. Can I go ahead, honey? Yeah, go ahead, Mom. Wow, and now I lost that thought. I was just going to say, do you remember what I was going to say? Right. You were going to mention hold on, I need to center again. The credit scores and the social credit scores are intended to get you, yes, to accept without questioning. Critical thinking went out the window a couple generations ago, which would include mine. Right. Yours uses more critical thinking than ours. You can't. Is that Grandpa? No, I'm talking. You can't say did, because your generation's still here. Right, Mom. Mine doesn't think as critically. It was slowly going out the window. And that's true, and I think that's by design, because the more slowly you do it, the less likely anybody is to notice. But when you have a parent who's going to say, aren't they teaching the Constitution? And don't you know? I wish you guys knew what it was like when I was a kid, and my parents said the same thing to us. Right, Mom? And that's how it slowly went out the window. And it is scary what they're teaching the kids. I want to say not teaching the kids today. I'm so glad I'm not a young parent. Right, Mom? Not in this day and age. My mother said the same thing when I was a young parent. Would grandmas, did you guys, right? They felt the same way. It's scary. Right. That is another video I wanted to do, right? But this is about the credit score, because I think it's funny. Come on, you guys, you gotta think it's funny. Even a credit score is funny. Because, you know what, we're supposed to be the most intelligent species on planet Earth. But if you look around, nobody else is paying to live. The other species, their lives truly are a gift. They're not expected to pay money. Now, they work they go forage food. The species that hunt, and I suppose they have ways to prepare their food, and they have to build nests and stuff like that. That's the work our Creator meant about working to live, just preparing your domicile, whatever it might be, preparing your food, foraging, etc. What our Creator never meant was for us to work most of our lives in slavery, because that is what it is. They have pulled the wool of the upper echelon, top of that pyramid, has pulled the wool over our eyes for so long. We believe we're free when we're not, and we are not. When you have to be away from your family, your children especially, for so long. For what? I could never make ends meet. I didn't want somebody else raising my children. I wanted to raise them. Right. And the family values out the window. But when you comply and you send your children off to these brainwashing factories we call schools and colleges and universities, and you go to work and enslave yourself and get in debt with credit cards and stuff like that, buy things you can't afford and really don't need, you're enslaving yourself and you're doing exactly what they want. I'm not going to go there, Dad. Your social credit score goes up because you're doing what they want. If you choose to do something non-mainstream I've come across young families with children. They're homeschooling in their RVs, in their schoolies, and staying together as a family. And I got to talking to one family, and the man said to me, he goes, what better education than experience? Traveling around our beautiful country, learning about nature, even different cultures, because we do have different cultures in America. All these things, you just don't get it in a book or behind a desk. And when you do something like that, and you stick together as a family, and you spend your time together as a family, as much as you possibly can. The big wigs don't want that, so you're going to be deducted in your social credit score. But if you are, be proud of yourself, because you're doing what you want. You're living your life, and you're raising your own family. That's true, Mom. I'm trying not to veer off on a topic I want to do later. I'm going to assume this is everything that needs to be said on such a silly topic. Girl! It's so silly, I don't even know what to say about it. It's hysterical. I'm just having a good laugh over it. I am. I sit here, and since the day I walked into the classroom in kindergarten, I have been like, you're joking. This is it? How long does this go on, Mom? The rest of your life? How long do I have to stay here? Don't leave before me. Right. It's hysterical. It caused me so much depression to go to school, including kindergarten, and see what this world was like, and that I had to put up with that when I was young. But now that I'm older and I figured out a way to do it my way, I sit here and laugh. Now, shit like social credit scores, vaccine passes, shit like that, it doesn't faze me. I haven't let it affect my life. I have not. It's my reality. Okay, nobody's going to dictate how I live my life and what my reality is. I do that. I'm the creator of my own reality. I created a life, and I made sure it does not affect me. Oops! Another spirit close to the camera again. And anyone could do that, no matter what situation you are living with. You could stand up for yourself and create your own reality, no matter what you want it to be. It doesn't have to be what I do or somebody else does. It's your reality. If you want that vaccine, get the vaccine. You don't want the vaccine, don't get the vaccine, and that's your private business. You should not have to report it either way. It is medical information. I have a friend who works in health insurance and told me, now I went to medical assisting school, and what he has learned at work about HIPAA is like pretty much the opposite of what I learned when I went to medical assisting school years ago. That's interesting, because he's telling me I'm wrong, and I worked in doctor's offices. I was afraid to open my mouth about anything. The HIPAA laws were so strict. Okay? But you can create your own reality. You don't want it to affect you. It doesn't have to. And if your social credit score, if and when should I say when? I'm going to say when it comes to America, because it's where I see it going right now. It could be, am I wrong? Like I said, you could be wrong. It all depends on what the American people want. Right. Exactly. Yeah, I don't care about that shit. But if we do get a social credit score and yours is low, it's because you're living the life you want. You created your own reality. Just look at it that way. That's the way I do it, and sit there and laugh like I do, because it's hysterical. When I heard about the social credit score in China, I was like, that's funny. And now all the other countries are talking about it. That's even funnier. You know what? I'm 3 years from 60. I'm not going to be here as long as you younger people. So I don't care. No, I wish I had this attitude when I was younger. If I was younger, and the person I am today, I'd still be saying that. I'd still be sitting here laughing, because it is funny. It's a joke. When you look at it in the bigger scheme of things, bigger picture, on a spiritual level, every realm, the entire universe, and then whatever else is out there, I don't know, we're not going in that direction right now. It's hysterical. It's stupid. It's so stupid, it's funny. And it is, okay? The goal of spiritual growth and incarnating is to learn who your true self is, who you truly are, and how to stand up and love yourself. Stand up for yourself and love yourself. That's the goal. Could it be that's why we're having these issues pop up in here on planet Earth? I don't know, because it's not the topic today. So anyways, I'm going to leave you with that, because I could sit here and laugh about it all day long, because it's a joke to me. I don't care who the hell you are, what you rule, or what you think you rule, and what you think you govern, how much power you think you have, how much money you have. It's a joke. I'm sorry. You're funny. Okay. Anyways, everybody think about that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful.